All right, let's talk a little bit about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So my first thought out of the theater was, wow. I was completely blown away, and I was just thinking, wow, this is what Marvel movies used to be like. Like, this is the feelings I was feeling. I was like, wow, this is how I used to feel when I would leave a theater after watching like Thor 3 or Captain America Civil War, or I mean, those are like some of my top favorite movies. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in like my top 5 favorite movies. I don't even think I put it in my top favorite 10, and I'm gonna explain why. But overall, it was a really good movie. It was well done. It was probably the highlight for me, besides the characters and the acting, which was phenomenal. But the script was so well written, and you know, I think James Gunn at this point has kind of a, like, we know what to expect, and so everyone went in expecting like this fun, funny, happy movie, and there were moments where this movie was laugh out loud hilarious. Everyone in the theater was laughing and having a good time, but there were also moments in this movie where it was kind of traumatizing, and it was deep and sad and emotional, and you felt things. Like, this movie made me feel things in a way that I haven't in a long time for a movie, and that was really impressive to me. I think the movie does have some tonal issues, and part of that is the fact that you get a bit of whiplash going between like happy, sad. And so I think that is maybe one of the issues. But overall, like, I found the movie funny. I found it heartfelt, like really heartfelt, especially the ending just felt so satisfying. I also loved how every character got time to shine. They all had their moment. It really felt like a completion for these characters, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I am kind of sad that we probably won't ever get this team up exactly as it is now ever again. And I mean, part of that is Zoe Saldana has been very open about not, just being done, ready to move on, which is fine. But I am sad. I'm gonna miss them. They're a really great crew. James Gunn took a lower tiered superhero group that people didn't really care about and made them lovable and amazing and fan favorites. So kudos for that. Character highlights, I think Chris Pratt, does not get enough credit for the emotional range that he showed in this movie, which is very different than anything I've seen from him before. It was really good. Palm Clementoff is always hilarious, and I love her so much. Karen Gillan has been one of my favorite actresses ever since Doctor Who, so I'm always Team Karen, and she got some amazing moments. Will Poulter was a happy surprise. I think he added depth to, like, plays a side character, but really shone every time he was on. And then special shout out to Bradley Cooper for his voice vocalization of Rocket. The star of this movie was Rocket, and Bradley Cooper did that justice 100%, so gold star. So you can take this as you will, whether it's a con or not. But one thing that, basically the main reason why I will probably never be able to watch this movie again in its entirety, or I won't, like, if I just want to watch a fun superhero movie, I'm not gonna put this one on, is because of the plot topic. So the story, basically something happens to Rocket, and the team has to go sort of digging into his past a little bit in order to find a way to help him. And Rocket's past, I won't give too much away, but it does deal with topics like animal cruelty, and it doesn't I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It doesn't like show any actual like things that happen, but you definitely see the aftermath of it, and that was rough to watch. It was really rough, and as an animal lover, that's someone who has pets, like, it was just it was hard to watch. And part of the story revolves around like Rocket and his friends that he makes, and his friends are all other creatures that have been experimented on. A couple of them are okay as far as the design, but there is one that is, it just, I couldn't look at it because it was such a disturbing design. And I know other reviewers have said like maybe that character was like, that creature design went a little bit too far, and I agree. Like if that character design had not been in there, I probably would be able to rewatch the movie, but it just made me so uncomfortable that I definitely can't ever watch those scenes again. It's very much, all I can think of was like Sid in Toy Story, like all those creatures he made. Imagine that, but like animals. That being said, I do feel like the topic was used very well. I think it was used to tell an amazing story. The ending was so satisfying because you went to such a low place with Rocket's character that getting like to build back up out of that was incredibly satisfying. Like the ending, I think almost everyone in the theater wanted to cheer because it was so rewarding and just felt so good, and the payoff was amazing. And that's spectacular, like story writing, script, acting, production. Like it was mind-blowing in terms of that. It's just the only negative for me is that specific topic that I struggle to watch. And I would caution you, if you have really young children, probably not for them. Just a warning. Very, very dark. Yeah, I think in all, like overall, I would definitely give this movie like an A rating. It was absolutely fantastic. Rewatchability level for me is a little bit lower, but I think it's an amazing movie. And it shows some new range, especially for James Gunn and his writing, which is very exciting because of the take, him doing DC. And so I'm excited because DC often plays a little bit more into the darker themes. So I think that will work really, really well in DC. And yeah, overall, I'm sad to be saying goodbye to the Guardians. I really loved them. They were kind of like a shining, happy beacon in the Marvel world, and I'm gonna miss them in this form, in this group. I'm gonna miss them. But yeah, overall, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. Really great movie. Maybe not for really young kids, but if you've loved the rest of the Guardians movie and you're prepared for a little bit of a heavier topic, go watch it. Definitely worth it.